Hello, Serapis here, and I have finally gotten around to that Garchomp video I promised you. So, we will be doing a regular Garchomp moveset for this, regular VGC, and everything's going to be nice and great. Now, usually you want rough skin. Sand Bale can be good if you're running a T-Tar on your team, but for this we're just going to assume rough skin, and pretty much every single Garchomp you're going to see is going to have the exact same moveset. It's going to have Dragon Claw. It's going to have Earthquake. It's going to have Rock Slide. Where is it? Rock Slide. And it's going to have to Protect. With these exact IVs, I would actually run 4 in defense just because you get those odd HP perks. All sorts of odd HP perks. Less burn damage, less weather damage. Whatever. Items. Items are where Garchomp is somewhat different. I'm not going to go over Choice Scarf Garchomp because I really don't know how that's run, but Banded Garchomp, where is it? Choice Band. You would obviously get rid of Protect. Go for a coverage move. Let's see. What Fang moves does it get? It only gets Fire Fang. Fire Fang does work on Garchomp because it mainly acts as an anti-Ferrothorn, anti-Scizor. Since this is a VGC moveset, I think from now on I'm also going to start naming good partners for the Pokemon in question. With Garchomp, you definitely want a Fire-type partner. You might want something that can dodge the Earthquake, though, and unless you feel like running Derp Trace the Moltres, Rotom-H is a great option. Fire really works well with Garchomp because it resists Ice that hits Garchomp 4 times super effectively. It hits Ice super effectively back, and Fire-type also hits Steel types that Garchomp would otherwise struggle with, like Ferrothorn and Scizor. So, stuff like that. Rotom-H is actually a great partner for Garchomp. Any type of Garchomp. Anyhow, let's go back. No more Banded Garchomp. Protect. Life Orb Garchomp. Now, Life Orb Garchomp is similar to regular Garchomp, except that it does a bit more damage. Now, you might say, it's just a Life Orb. What's it going to do? Well, on my Pledge team, Life Orb on Garchomp is the difference between Earthquake KOing Chandelure and Earthquake missing the KO. So, although that might not seem like much, Chandelure can do massive damage to Garchomp with Shadow Ball. I don't know, maybe 70%. So Life Orb gives you great extra damage output without having to sacrifice the ability to switch between moves. Still, Life Orb does that on any Pokemon. Sash Garchomp. Sash Garchomp. I cannot stand Sash Garchomp. A lot of other Pokemon that run Sash, like my Greninja, fear weather. T-Tar switches in, Sandstorm comes up, and suddenly your Sash is gone. Garchomp does not have to worry about that because of its ground typing that gives it immunity to the Sandstorm. And if you feel like running Sand Veil, you also get evasion hacks. But Sash on Garchomp is really, really good because, once again, like I said, Sandstorm does not impact you negatively. And Hail really isn't going to be an issue because if you're facing a Hail team, you probably don't want Garchomp on the front lines anyways. You might keep him in reserve, but Sash on Garchomp can be very, very powerful. Other than that, most Garchomp are the same. I have actually seen some Flamethrower Garchomp and some Fire Blast Garchomp. They're mainly a thing in singles just because in doubles, like I said, you should pair it with a Fire-type, Rotom-H being the optimal. Although if you really feel like Moltres, I suppose you could. But it's really up to you. Fire Fang does get the physical perks, but Flamethrower has 100% accuracy. Fire Blast has almost double the base power. So yeah, most of the time though, you're just going to be seeing Protect. Garchomp is an extremely, extremely standard Pokemon. Also with Garchomp, I said I'd be going over partners, and since I'm using Garchomp, I cannot miss this. Zapdos. For those of you who do not know, when these two combine, they form the infamous Discquake combination, which is extremely simple. Garchomp uses Earthquake, does damage to the opposing team, doesn't hit Zapdos because Zapdos is a flying type. Zapdos uses Discharge, does damage to the opposing team with that nice 30% chance to paralyze. That's like using a Scald on both of the opposing Pokemon, so that's definitely worth mentioning. Doesn't do anything to Garchomp, hurts the opposing Pokemon. I have actually seen a little bit of Disquake, but usually it's a Zapdos running Thunderbolt instead. Personally, I think the Discharge here is the way to go. Discharge. And also, if you have interest in this, I'm certain you can find articles about it, but I would suggest a Choice Scarf on the Zapdos just to bolster up that speed a little bit. You don't need to be outsped by Kangaskhan and all the other base 100s. So the extra speed is really nice, especially when most of the time you're just going to spam Discharge anyways. You could throw on HP Ice and some other stuff anyways. So yeah, that is Garchomp. Garchomp can definitely be called the king of OU, I would say, and he's not quite that prevalent in VGC, being slightly overshadowed by the queen of VGC, that being Kangaskhan, but Garchomp is definitely the second most used Pokemon. I'm not certain. I think he might be at first. He's first or second, but Garchomp is way up there. Definitely a threat to prepare for. You have to have something to deal with Garchomp, be it Ice Shard or be it a Levitator of your own. But this is how most Garchomp are run, and yeah, not much else to say. Eventually, I'll be doing a comparison video between Garchomp and Haxorus, so that'll be fun. It's probably going to be a slideshow, PowerPoint type thingy, so you can look forward to that, or you can dread it, do whatever you will. In other news, today was my first day of school, and contrary to what you might think, this will actually probably help me be more reliable with getting videos out. It puts me on a schedule, so I'll have something to do every night when I come home. So hopefully see you tomorrow. I hope you enjoyed this Garchomp moveset. And as with all the other movesets, if this gets 4 likes by, let's move it back. Not noon tomorrow, but noon on Friday. It's currently Wednesday. It's hopefully going to be Wednesday when this gets uploaded. So if this gets 4 likes by noon on Friday, then I will be doing another moveset. I'm not certain exactly what the moveset will be for, but I will do one. So see if you can't meet that like barrier. Leave a like if you did. Please, let's try to hit it. And I just hope you enjoyed. See you tomorrow.